Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss. We have another check-in with Lucas Jagneaux. How are you?
I'm doing great, Corliss. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Just a little update for everyone. The last time I talked to Lucas, I was fangirling and I hadn't yet seen him in concert. Well, I had kind of. I had seen you pop up at the Tap one time and sing a few songs, and then I became an obsessive fan just from that. And now I have actually seen you play a full show. So I've marked that
You
off the
have.
bucket list. That's good.
That's right. That's right. We were glad to have you that night for sure.
Oh, well, it is always great to hear from you. And then you surprised me a few weeks ago and gave me the first listen to your brand new single, Waste of Good Rain, which comes out tomorrow. So thank you for thinking of me. I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Couldn't do it without you. So just appreciate the love and support and wanted to throw that your way.
Well, and because he sent it to us so early, this song is actually not available anywhere right now. It doesn't hit streaming or downloading services until midnight. So we are going to have your very first listen at Waste of Good Rain, which I know, Lucas, you are a very hard working man. You have a day job, just like a lot of our independent artists. And this sounds like kind of a working man song. Is that what this is about?
It's most definitely a working man song. I wrote it at a time which thankfully I don't have to drive so far to work anymore, but I used to have to get up at, 4:30 in the morning, just to rush out the door and drive an hour and a half to work every day. And I wrote it at that time when I was going through all that. And I remember one specific day I got up and I had to leave my wife at home in bed and it was just pouring down rain. And, it was just like, man, this could be a day much better spent at home in bed. So that was kind of the background to that.
I love that because my husband does the same thing. He drives from College Station to Houston and back every single day to keep our family
Wow.
afloat, to support us. And I'm so thankful for him, but I miss him. It is hard not having a husband that you can call at any moment to pop up and
Yeah,
help you. But sometimes on the rainy days, I do get him back, and rainy days are my favorite days because he does get to stay with me. So I'm pretty
that's awesome.
excited. I love this song so much already. So we're going to debut it once again for the first time before you can even stream and download it. We've got the new single from Lucas Jagneaux and Waste of Good Rain on Maverick 100.9. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. Waste of Good Rain, that is Lucas Jagneaux on Maverick 100.9. You heard it before anybody else. And I am so thankful to Lucas for bringing us this brand new single. So I got to know what else is in the works, buddy. Is this just the first of many, or was it gosh dang it, it's about time to release a song? What's going on there?
So it's we've definitely got more in our hat. That was the first of many, tip of the iceberg. We actually, when we recorded that song, we took 5 more to the studio and tracked those. And we also have some more stuff even coming behind those that not necessarily been tracked yet or ready for release by any means, but we're just going to try to give everybody a steady diet of new roadshow music. So that's the plan. We're going to drop this one. We were trying our best to get it out during springtime when it was really rainy. Looks like we might have missed that opportunity. Hopefully it'll rain again next week or something so people can listen to it right.
Hey, I need you to cut that off. My skeeters are getting bad, dude. I don't need that water up in here. I don't need it. No, it sounds like you've basically got an album's worth of music. Have you thought about packaging up an album again, or still just doing the steady releases?
We have, and honestly, I think a general consensus over talking to other artists, friends, and even my own band, we all love albums, and kind of your knee jerk reaction is to lean towards doing that when it comes time to record, but it just seems that in the fast paced world today, in the TikTok generation, that it's easier or even more beneficial for you. I would say not easier, but more beneficial to actually drip feed and release singles, and then hopefully someday, if we get into a big enough following and enough people love us and want to hear us cut an album, we'll drop another one for sure. So, because I love working on them, I love writing for one specific project and then recording them all together and mixing them all together and just having that that flow and that vibe that really just uniform sound on an album, so
I love watching you talk about that. You look so excited. That's just it's so fun to see artists still get excited about their own work and what they're doing. But you made an awesome point there. That is up to the fans. So anybody listening to Maverick right now, and anybody that just heard Waste of Good Rain, if you like that song, download it at midnight, stream it at midnight.
There you go.
Because we had it first. But find Lucas Jagneaux. First off, you've already got an incredible library of music. So if you are just now discovering him, go listen to that and be looking out for this one. Then you follow Lucas and make sure you're following all that other music, because when you do fall in love with an independent artist, it really is up to you whether they're going to make more music or not, because they kind of need that money for the studio. There's no
Yeah.
there's no labels here.
That's
just
right.
cranking out
That's right.
albums. It doesn't work like that. And I'm glad you kind of pointed that out.
Yeah, and another point would be like I heard it said in the discussion of releasing singles versus albums or projects or stuff like that, people at the level of Cody Johnson or Tyler Childers or Turnpike Troubadours, they can drop an album without it. They're not so dependent upon the constant release and the constant presence,
Yeah, they're
to
fans
garner that following. So
yeah,
it's
they're
just a
already
different
built
story
in.
right. People are going to definitely listen to that album if they drop it from start to finish. Whereas if we put one out, people might like one song off of it and just say, you just burnt 9, 10 other songs, just trying to drop one, so.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're looking forward, you're working ahead, you're doing a great job. And of course, we got to talk about the road show. It's Lucas Jagneaux and the road show. You guys coming to Texas this summer?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we have a couple weeks off. We've been running the roads pretty regularly over the last month. Went to Lubbock and opened up for the Great Divide. That was an amazing show.
Legendary.
And then, oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. And they were so kind. I mean, they treated us with respect and just like we were equals, and that was just cool of them, because not everybody acts like that,
I've been honored enough to meet them this year, all of them,
yeah.
and I'm floored by their humbleness and their kindness.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were great. They really were. And where else did we go? I can't even remember.
I know you've been all over the place.
Done. Last weekend we were in Southwest Missouri and Knoll, Missouri, and that was amazing. Shadow Lake. Shout out to those folks up there. But as far as your question, in the summer we'll be back around. I know for sure in June we have some Texas dates. We'll be in Angleton, Texas at the Dirty South. I believe that's on June 9th. I should have looked at this before we talked about it, but and then the 23rd we're in Fort Worth at the Stockyards at Filthy McNasty's.
Fun.
July 8th is a Saturday that we're at Green Hall.
Oh, so, congrats. Have you played Green Hall yet?
We have. Yeah, we've been down there a few times. Yeah, we sure have. And we'll be actually doing the early afternoon slot, so it won't be that night, but it will be, you know, I think 1 p.m. Our good friend Derek McClendon's going to kick off, do an hour of acoustic, and then we're going to play our set behind him. So
Those midday shows in New Braunfels are my favorite, dude.
oh yeah.
I'm an old lady. I love day music. Give me day music more often. I went to a music festival this weekend, and as soon as the sun went down, I looked at my husband. I was like, I want to go home. I sat long enough to watch Uncle Lucius and Charlie Robinson, two legends that's who I was there for. I totally skipped out on Shane Smith and Midland. I've seen him before. It was late. I'm going home. I want day concerts.
That's right. You could still catch good music and make bedtime too. So
Exactly. Well, y'all, like he said, we don't know all the dates, but he is going to be throughout Texas all summer long. So please go follow Lucas Jagneaux and the Road Show. Go see him out on the road and get this brand new single, Waste of Good Rain, at midnight. And Lucas, thank you again for letting Maverick do the debut on this tune.
oh no, thank y'all. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.